Over the last few decades, there has been a lot of talk and depictions in movies and book writings about the rise of AI and the potential impact and dangers of it. And although many people in this country probably thought that they would never live long enough to actually see this idea manifest, well, I have to say it, we're officially here, guys, and we need to talk about this. And it's actually getting quite dangerous and scary of what the future may hold regarding the rise of these AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Google Bard. And so I just wanted to go ahead and give my opinion on it and just kind of highlight for you guys all of the potential dangers of what's going on. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. In the New York Times, believe it or not, the godfather of AI, this is the guy that basically created the base, the stepping stones for what we have today. He laid the groundwork for what you now know as ChatGPT and Google Bard, which is like a ChatGPT competitor, and all these other AI chatbots. It's this guy right here. Let me scroll back up to the picture. This guy right here, he's 75 years old now. But back in the 80s and the 70s, he was already working on this stuff. And like I said, people were talking about it. But I bet you a lot of those people who are alive back in the 70s and the 80s and all that, they probably thought that they would never see a day where artificial intelligence is where it's at now. So let's just go ahead and get into it, right? So it says here, the godfather of AI leaves Google and warns of danger ahead. For a half century, I believe this is Jeffrey. I hope I'm saying his name right. For a half century, Geoffrey Hinton nurtured the technology at the heart of chatbots like ChatGPT. Now he worries it will cause serious harm. Geoffrey Hinton was an artificial intelligence pioneer in 2012. Dr. Hinton and two of his graduate students at the University of Toronto created technology that became the intellectual foundation for the AI systems that the tech industry's biggest companies believe is the key to their future. On Monday, however, he officially joined a growing chorus of critics who say those companies are racing toward danger with their aggressive campaign to create products based on generative artificial intelligence, the technology that powers popular chatbots like ChatGPT. Let me go ahead and go to this other article because, believe it or not, actually, there's an article that actually does a better job of telling the story. So here it is in Engadget right here. Godfather of AI leaves Google amid ethical concerns. I like this one because this article actually details some of the key points that this guy is saying. Let's go ahead and read it. So we already read kind of like the biography of like where he's at. So here we go right here. It says right here, in the near term, Hinton is worried that generative AI could lead to a wave of misinformation. You might not be able to know what is true anymore, he says. He's also concerned it might not just eliminate drudge work, but outright replace some jobs. There's no doubt about it will. He says going forward, the scientist is concerned about both the possibility of fully autonomous weapons and the tendency of AI models to learn odd behavior from training data. While some of these issues are theoretical, Hinton fears an escalation that won't be checked without regulations or the development of effective controls. Now, let me go ahead and just talk about what he said above, guys, about how he said you might not be able to know what's true anymore. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like deep fakes. And not only deepfakes, but now there's this AI situation in the music industry where you have these artificial intelligence systems that are literally copying Drake's music. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's like whole YouTube channels dedicated to it. It's become a huge scandal where Drake's record label actually got the music taken down on Spotify. Now, I listened to some of these AI songs. Had I not known that it was AI, I would have thought that it was Drake. It sounds just like Drake. It raps just like Drake. The music is really good. However, it's not Drake. It's a robot. It's artificial intelligence. Same thing with some of these deepfakes that you're saying. I see deepfakes all the time that go viral on Twitter with Joe Rogan, where they make it seem like Joe Rogan said something that he actually did not say. So I think that this guy is spot on in what he's saying and how dangerous AI could be in the future if we don't control it and if we don't regulate it properly. You know, it could get to a point where you have no idea what's true anymore because you got all these trolls and these nerds that are putting all these AI generated videos and music and stuff on the internet. Like, you just got to really be careful with this stuff. And then also the biggest danger, which he also highlighted as well, is the fact that a lot of people's jobs are going to get taken away. Matter of fact, let me show you guys another article right here because he's absolutely right about that. Let me show you guys another article. So if you look right here, this article literally was posted yesterday on May 1st. And it says right here, IBM will stop hiring humans for jobs that AI can do, report says. Then we read the top line. Technology giant IBM plans to stop hiring people to fill thousands of roles in the coming years that the company believes artificial intelligence can handle, according to the CEO, making one of the most serious and tangible threats AI has posed to the workforce. So what this CEO is saying right now is screw you guys. We're going to get rid of a bunch of jobs because we think that AI can easily replace you, do a better job. Because remember, AI don't got to sleep. AI is not going to complain about pay. AI don't care about none of that. AI is AI. So these CEOs, especially the guy with IBM, he's like, do I want to deal with all these workers and possible strikes, or do I want to deal with AI to do some of these jobs? Because, yeah, people have been, if you guys remember Andrew Yang was a candidate who ran for president, like a few years ago or whatever. Andrew Yang, when he ran for president, he literally said that a big reason why he's running is because he believes that artificial intelligence is going to disrupt not only the entire world, but it's going to take a lot of jobs. We're literally seeing this happen. Matter of fact, this article actually has a number. Let me go find the number for you. Here it is. I even got to highlight it. It says right here, in an interview, the CEO believes around 30% of about 26,000 non-customers facing positions like human resource jobs could be replaced by AI over a 5-year period, amounting to about 7,800 jobs. This CEO is so ruthless. He cares about his bottom line so much. He cares about money so much. He's willing to take away 7,800 human jobs and give them to artificial intelligence. That's what he's willing to do. Trust me when I say he's not the only CEO that's going to do this. There's going to be many other CEOs that are going to do this. So where do you go from here? In my personal opinion, whatever job you're working on right now, you need to go on Google right now and you need to figure out if your job is going to be replaced by AI. And if your job is going to be replaced by AI, or it could be in the next few years, you need to find another skill. You need to find another career. I'm not joking. I am not joking. We know how these corporate bosses can be. We know how capitalism works, okay? They don't give a crap about you. They care about whatever's going to help them make more money. And if the robot can do a better job than you and not complain and not go to sleep and can work more hours than you, your ass, sorry to curse, but your ass is getting replaced by robots. So this is a very serious thing. Like, I'm actually not joking. Like, I'm making this video as a sense of urgency. Like, next thing you know, one day you're going to wake up and poof, your job's gone. You're going to be like, holy cow, what happened? What am I going to do? Can't work at McDonald's no more. It's all AI. All the AI is at the window. Can't ring stuff up or scan. The robot's going to do that. What are you going to do? If you're what society calls a low-skilled worker, not looking down on anybody, I'm just telling you guys like it is. Those low-skilled jobs are the ones that are prime position. They are in prime position to be taken away by AI. Something to think about. It's very scary. And the IBM chief is already telling you, 7,800 jobs, bye-bye. Y'all gone. We getting them robots. It's crazy. Let me show you guys another article. It was out of Goldman Sachs. It's in the same newspaper publication, actually, which is Forbes. It says right here, Goldman Sachs. And I know you guys know what Goldman Sachs is, the large bank. Goldman Sachs predicts 300 million jobs will be lost or degraded by artificial intelligence. Tell me that's not scary. Tell me that's not scary. 300 million jobs? Holy good God. If generative AI lives up to its hype, the workforce in the United States and Europe will be upended. Goldman Sachs reported this week in a sobering and alarming report about AI's ascendance. The investment bank estimates 300 million jobs could be lost or diminished by the fast-growing technology. Folks, this is a major threat. This is not one of those articles where you just read it and just ignore it and keep going on with your day. This is one of those articles where you bookmark it, you save it, you read it 3 times, and you think like, holy cow, my entire future is at stake here because of these robots. It's crazy. So, yeah, Goldman Sachs said that. Let me go ahead and actually go back. Let's go back to this Engadget article now. Let's see what he says here. He says his stance began changing last year. This is, by the way, this is the godfather of AI speaking. He says his stance began changing last year when Google, OpenAI, and others began creating AI systems that he believes are sometimes superior to human intelligence. There's no doubt about it that some of these AI systems are more superior than humans. No doubt about it. AI has developed rapidly in just the past 5 years. It's scary. What could happen in the next five, the researchers suggest. In a statement to Engadget, Google's chief scientist, Jeff Dean, says his firm is still dedicated to okay, blah, 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 that company jargon. Oh, we're dedicated to doing our best moral, ethical standards and holding up AI to the highest. What? Oh, shut up. I hate when CEOs do that. It's like, dude, you know your stuff is dangerous. Here we go. Back to the godfather of AI. Hinton has devoted his career to studying the neural networks that are often key to AI. Okay, we already got that. Hinton isn't alone. A number of influential academics and tech luminaries, including Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak, recently signed an open letter calling for a 6-month pause on AI. Yeah, Elon Musk has been warning about it for a while. He's definitely been warning about it for a while. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, guys, this AI stuff is really scary. Basically, this guy talked about two main things. He said basically misinformation is one of the main concerns. And then he also talked about the fact that AI is very likely going to, well, they know very likely it is going to replace jobs. So I'm just saying, guys, in my personal opinion, I actually think that we should pause AI as well. I think ChatGPT is cool. I think it's fine where it is, but I think we should kind of leave it there. That's just my honest opinion until Congress catch up. Because I want you guys to understand, for me, artificial intelligence is very similar to crypto, okay? I'm going to tell you why. And this has always been one of my main criticisms of our government. Our government is made up of a bunch of 80-year-olds. I'm not joking. Go look up your senator. Go look up your senator right now. Google your senator and your House representative right now and go look up their age. Because I can tell you right now, my House representative, he's 78 years old. My senators, 70s, 80s. They're old. They're old. Like, well, I'm in Illinois. I don't know exactly how old Dick Durbin is, but matter of fact, let me look it up right now. Sorry, I got to look it up. I got to look it up. Let's see. Dick Durbin age. I know. Yeah, exactly. Dick Durbin is 76 years old. That's what I'm saying. These people are old. So my senator, Dick Durbin, is 76, and then my House representative is 78. And so my biggest reason for that, I'm not trying to be ageist here, but my problem is, it's just like what you saw with crypto. Remember when all the crypto CEOs went and testified before Congress and it was an absolute crap show because all those old people didn't know what crypto was. They didn't understand it because of their age. A younger person will be able to better understand this stuff. And it's not an age thing. I'm not saying that because they're older, they're not smart or anything like that. These guys are very intelligent. But it's hard for you to grasp something that you just can't wrap your mind around. These guys were born in 1940. It's going to be really hard for you to wrap your mind around crypto, something that was founded in 2010 or something like that. 2009 or whatever. That's when Bitcoin was created. It's going to be very hard for you to wrap your mind around something like that. And I think AI is going to be the same way. These guys are going to go up to Congress, talk about it, and it's going to be hard for Congress to regulate it because they don't understand it. That's the issue. That's why I really think that we need younger people in Congress. And I would just say, I think we need to slow down on AI until Congress can catch up and actually understand what this crap is and better regulate it, because we're going to have to regulate the heck out of this stuff if we're going to survive, honestly. This stuff is dangerous. And one of the things that really worries me, because the godfather of AI talked about it, and then there was another Google engineer who got fired for it. He said that not only are these AI systems way more intelligent than human beings, they're sentient. You know what that means? They can think for themselves. They don't need humans to guide them necessarily. They can think for themselves. If they can think for themselves, what happens if they realize they're smarter than us and they have an evil tension, or they have bad intentions? Let's just imagine that. Well, that can be really bad for humanity if these things are smarter than us and they can manipulate us. And the last thing I want to say too is we're already seeing it right now. I mean, if you look at the company right now, what was it called? Chegg. Let me go look at Chegg real quick, guys. It was called Chegg. Chegg reported their earnings, and Chegg talked about how artificial intelligence like ChatGPT is hurting their business. Why? Because, here it is right here. ChatGPT threat sparks 38% sell-off in homework help firm Chegg. Now, for those who don't know what Chegg is a popular online resource that helps kids with their homework in school. Well, because of ChatGPT and AI, which is 10 times better, people are just using ChatGPT for free instead of paying for Chegg, which is hurting the company. That's why they're seeing a 38% sell-off and the earnings weren't so good because of the rise of artificial intelligence. Where does that become dangerous? Well, we're already starting to get into a situation where human beings are becoming too dependent on artificial intelligence. I know this for a fact because I know people right now who use ChatGPT every single day. Well, here's where we're going to get to. It could get to a point where people aren't even really using Google anymore. People aren't even really reading books or thinking for themselves anymore. They're just so dependent on these artificial intelligence systems that they're using them all day, every day. Anytime they have a question, anytime they have a thought, anytime they have anything they want to do, they're right on ChatGPT. To me, that's dangerous because you're giving these robots the power. And if these robots are sentient or the people, bad actors get a hold of it or somebody in the wrong hands or whatever, this stuff could be very, very dangerous. So I just wanted to highlight that entire thing, guys. I think artificial intelligence and the rise of it is very, very dangerous and should have everybody's alarms going off. Turn off the Met Gala, turn off the celebrity drama and the celebrity worship and who slept with who and women are there. Turn that garbage off. And this right here is what you need to pay attention to because this right here is serious and it's going to come faster than you know. I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, this planet, this world, our society is going to look completely different than it does today. 2028 is going to look completely different, a completely different world that you would have never imagined than what you're seeing right now in 2023. And we need to talk about that. We need to have a sense of urgency in our minds, and we desperately need to create a plan and pay attention. All right, that's my rant. That's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.